Provider is now 2.0.1. It is look at what we have here. We're not running tests. We're running the actual app, and so we are creating a Hacker News block. We're creating a preferences block, which I don't think we use ever.
Do we? Oh, we did. I think I wrote that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. It's at least we have two different blocks that we
If
can.
I did write it, you're not using the code that I wrote. That's just harsh.
No, I just think apparently you created some kind of like a preferences page or sheet.
It was a pain. It was a sheet. It was great.
And it never made it in. I never saw that code. So maybe it's on your computer still.
I just reverted my for testing.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, so we have
I'm
two
gonna be
blocks.
writing that again.
We have two things that need to be shared in at least two widgets in the app, except preference block isn't actually used anywhere, I think. But we have that, and let's look at the block itself. So this is just a simple class, not extending or mixing in anything. It has its own internal state, and then what it communicates is through streams, in this case, behavior subjects, and it has some sinks as well, unless I'm mistaken. And then all that business logic is inside this class, right? So one thing that I can see here is we're actually passing it down like in the Middle Ages, right? Like
so you're declaring it a main, and then you're sticking it into your widget tree.
Yes, and then
all the way to the top, probably.
Yes, we're sticking it to the no. We're actually, it's not even. I thought it's a inherited widget, but we're actually passing it down. So I have it here, and then we have it in my home page, and then we have it in. No, we don't have it in loading info. So we're kind of like we're not providing it in more very sophisticated way.
Tightly coupled.
Yes.
Yes.
So let's first do one thing that Provider does really well, and that is providing things to the tree, right? So I wanna first probably import.
So we're gonna need Provider.
Yep.
Which is 2.0.1.
Yep. 2.0.1. And
while you're here,
yes,
wouldn't it be nice to use wonderful Dart 2.3 awesomeness?
Yes.
So.
Okay. Also, I have this. So we get that, and then you're saying 2.3.0.
Dash dev.
There's dev. Yeah. Why do we need to use dev? Dash dev.
Well, in the run-up to I/O, Dart 2.3 and Flutter 1.5 were being closely worked on at the same time. And when we cut the build for 1.5, we cut the build with a stable development branch of 2.3.0, which then subsequently landed in production later on. But our Flutter 1.5 is tied to 2.3.0-dev, which is a little confusing. And we'll be better about that in the future. But for the sake of Flutter 1.5, 2-3-dev.
Yeah. So we are fine. So Flutter is evidently fine with using -dev for basically production code. So we're fine with it as well. So I'm gonna just say, hey, you know what? What I did in the interim is I tried to just use 2.3.0, and I'm on Flutter stable, which is 1.5. And if I try to do that, Flutter will scream at me, hey, like we don't have any version of the Flutter SDK that has 2.3.0 yet. We do have 2.3.0-dev and all that thing, and that is actually so when you have -dev, that is from Semver semantic versioning, that is below 2.3.0 because it's not yet, right? It's dev.
So greater than or equal to is not going to work. So we need to be greater than or equal to the dev branches of 2.3.0.
I'm going to put
You're going to put the whole thing there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, explicitness is good.
Yeah. I'm very like that. So cool.
You're very explicit.
Cool. So now we can use what can we use? What's
We
in
can
2.3?
use the spread operator. We can use for and if statements in list literals.
Nice. I think there was also something in 2.2 that was added that we haven't been using, but I'm not sure what it is. Anyway, so this will be awesome.
The Dart team now are face palming themselves as you've forgotten what went into Dart 2.2.
Yeah.
Yes.
We could check, but let's not go all the way there. So we now have provider, and we can now provide then. So provider gives us the provider.
Oh, you're going to put it all the ways at the very, 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 very,
yeah.
very, very top?
Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
I mean, you can put it anywhere in the widget tree.
That's true. Well, are you telling me I should put it? Because the thing is, I think in the tests.
See, I usually put it above my material app so that it gets passed down to other routes.
Right.
But you're putting it one above. That seems fine.
Yeah. I wonder at some point in the tests we could be like, oh, you know what? We are providing a block mock. And
A block mock.
yeah, a block mock, and
Okay.
then you want to do like provide the block mock and not
You want to
something-
provide the block mock.
Yeah, yes. So why is it not import package provider?
There you go.
And then this should be a provider,
Mhm.
and then there's a child.
Yep. And there's the builder.
Come on.
Or am I thinking of?
Yeah, there's a builder.
Mhm.
And so this gets context, which we're not gonna use, but I still like to have it.
But there's no
there.
context at this level because it's at run app.
Well, it's the context of the provider.
Oh,
it's like-
okay.
yeah.
It's being passed
but-
in.
but
What am
yeah,
I saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that. Oh, and because we have two of these,
Mhm.
we can actually have multiple provider.
Oh, we're going to go straight in. Advanced
Yeah.
core, multi-provider. So multi-provider will let you provide multiple. I think I'm stating the obvious.
No.
Multi-provider lets you provide multiple providers in a handy combined way. It's going to be a list, right? Children?
Yes. And now I can do just provider. Yeah, why did I not? Okay. Normally you would do like Hacker News block, but this is redundant because we're not providing anything else here. So context what?
See, I'm used to using
Builder.
change notify provider.
Yes, we'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there. Not at the moment. At the moment, all we're doing is we're making our block easily accessible throughout our widget tree.
Yes. And then this. Okay. So we're not using it here. So what does this give us? Many syntax errors, but also it gives us the fact that provider and multi-provider will now take care of disposing of the hacker block and prefs block, right? Which is really cool. I mean, actually,
in this case, it's not really because you're at the very top of run app.
Yes,
It won't
yes,
get disposed
exactly,
until the app
yes.
shut down. But imagine if you provided this halfway down your widget tree, and then that portion of the widget tree got disposed or
yeah.
no longer used, then dispose will be automatically
Yes.
gone.
So I could do this, but I don't have a dispose there.
No.
So we'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry.
Wait, doesn't dispose only in
Yeah.
change
Change notifier provider will automatically call
Yes.
dispose, but provider gives you a dispose callback.
Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
So okay, cool. We have this, and now we don't need to pass in that. That makes it very nice. And now
Breaks all your code.
Yes, that's fine. We don't need that when you're basically just saying key a key. Then then you don't need this, and you don't need.
You don't need those.
This, and you don't need this.
Wow, your code's getting
Yeah, nice one, right? Hopefully. And also
everything's broken.
everything's broken. Awesome. Where else do we